Hey y'all. Um, so I figured I'd talk to you guys. We'd have a conversation. We'll talk about this in a second. I spoke to my liver surgeon. Not really liver, it's a, what is it? a surgical oncologist that specializes in liver surgery. I have really good news, which is, I'm excited about this news. I really am. So it turns out that there is only one lesion on my liver. There's nothing else funky happening. There's another thing there that's just a cyst that we've been monitoring closely for a really long time, but other than that, everything's fine. I mean, fine. So, but the funny thing about having a chunk of your liver removed along with your gallbladder is that they want you beforehand to pump up your body and kind of extra nutrients and extra things for your immune system and whatever else. So I have to drink this many. I have to drink 3 of these every day. They suggested this other variety that was oh god, it was milk based, and I'm a delicate flower, and and I'm allergic to milk. I'm pretty allergic to it. It's one of my, what I call one of my big offenders. It gives me it really screws up my GI tract. I end up getting back spasms, and nothing moves or happens for 3 days after having a cup of ice cream or something like that. So it's really, I can't fuck around with it. I can't mess with milk. I'll mess with wheat, and I'll mess with yeast, which I'm also allergic to. But the other one, milk, is the pleasure is absolutely not worth the pain. Ben and Jerry's is great and all, but I'm not willing to have back spasms and constipation for 3 days after having a smidge of it. So, without further ado, I'm going to explain to you why I'm holding these and talking about my milk allergy. So I have to drink this crap. I mean, I don't know if it's crap. I don't know what it tastes like or whatever. I'm not paid by them, and I'm not endorsing them. I'm just saying hey, look, you know what, y'all, this is my experience. So it's going to be Iron Chef Nutritional Shake. So I got all the flavors. They've got coffee, vanilla, coffee. They've got coffee, vanilla, and chocolate. So I figured I'm going to try them and sort of see what happens. And talk about, this one will probably fry my palate. So I'm going to start with vanilla. And then do probably, coffee's going to be last. Probably chocolate and then coffee. So I have little shot glasses here. I'm going to shake the pants out of it and see what happens. But I'm actually feeling really good about this upcoming surgery and this round of treatment. Why am I feeling good about it? I mean, it's all fucked up. I'm having a reoccurrence. I'm officially stage 4, and this shit happens, and it's common to happen with head and neck melanoma at stage 3A to reoccur at stage 4. That's just the statistics. That's just the way this shit works. Fucking melanoma. It's actually kind of funny. I'm dealing with all of this during Melanoma Awareness Month. All right, so let's pour this stuff out. All right, it smells like melted vanilla ice cream. Let's look at the consistency. Okay, this looks like sort of, I mean, it looks like this. It looks kind of like melted butter. It doesn't really have this consistency of melted butter. It's a little bit looser, but let's taste it and see what happens. Okay. No different than an Ensure. Not my favorite. It's vegan. There's no dairy. But I think I can make this work with making a milkshake or something with it. Not really a milkshake, but probably a oh, I can taste all the vitamins and minerals. Probably mix it with peanut butter or do some other kind of like fruit, super ultra fruity smoothie just to make it taste lighter. All right, so that's manageable. Let's go with caramel. Caramel is like my favorite thing. I love caramel. In fact, like when I was pregnant with my youngest, I had this like great, all I could think about was eating like caramel frozen yogurt from Menchie's. Yes, but you're like, oh, but frozen yogurt is dairy, blah, blah, blah. It probably really fucked up your world, right? No, actually, while you're pregnant, which is actually a cool thing and a shitty thing, thanks melanoma, is that, thank you immune system, is that what happens to your body when you're pregnant is that your immune system drops. It just drops. It doesn't work as well or as hard. So a lot of your food allergies, all of them, like essentially go away. So you can kind of like, or if you're lactose intolerant, like while you're pregnant, you can sit there and like eat like buckets of cheese and drink milk and whatever. And yeah, I was eating yogurt like it was my job, or frozen yogurt like it was my job. Like the moment I put my oldest, Luciana, who's now like 9, and Bubby, Arabella, who is now, okay. Who is now, oh wait, this one's chocolate, not caramel. I'm stupid. Okay, so this one's chocolate. They don't have caramel. I don't know what I'm thinking. But this one is chocolate. I suspect it's probably going to taste like melted chocolate ice cream with a side of minerals. Oh. That's actually tasty. No, minerals. Yeah, that's not half bad. Yeah. Yeah, the base of the protein in this is pea protein. So it has that like you can kind of like crunch on the like the mouthfeel, you know. Fibers. But okay, that's all right. I mixed it with peanut butter. Definitely like peanut butter or some other nut butter like almond. That I would just chug it for dessert and pretend I was eating ice cream. All right, this one's coffee. Let's see. It looks sort of like very light coffee. And I drink my coffee black. Like the idea of like milk coffee, I don't know why. I mean, when I first found out that I was allergic to milk, I used to drink my coffee with just like a splash of milk and then coffee. But at the time when I found out that I was allergic to milk, it was like all the milk alternatives, like the moment you put them in coffee, because coffee is so acidic, it would curdle and get really funky. So I was like, screw this, I'm just going to drink my coffee black with like a smidge of sugar. And then I just gave up the sugar and it was black coffee. All right, cheers, coffee flavored nutritional shake. Okay, it's coffee. It's vanilla. Tastes like one of those like frappuccino things, but not quite that like really nice bitter like espresso flavor that I like. I would actually probably just mix it. I would probably just put coffee in this and chug it. But yeah, the mouthfeel and the minerally aftertaste, the mouthfeel of the pea protein and the minerally aftertaste is definitely not my favorite. But essentially this is what I have to be drinking 3 times a day for the next 5 days. So my surgery is on May 13th, which is a Thursday, so I have to start drinking all this mess on Saturday. So yeah, that's where we're at. Mentally preparing ourselves, gearing up. It's a lot. But like, when isn't it a lot? I don't know, the timing of this seems strange. You know, like Melanoma Awareness Month. You just found out that you're stage 4. Now you're gonna get your body hacked into. The surgery plan is to go in laparoscopically. So they're gonna make a couple incisions here just to stick the cameras and things in. Excuse me. So they're gonna go in laparoscopically and do all the cutting and things that they need to cut. And then in order to remove the tumor and the fifth lobe of my liver and my gallbladder, they're going to make an incision right over my belly button, kind of where my abdominal muscles separate, and then remove it from there, which I'm actually somewhat thankful for. Like, I'm glad they're going in a place where he's not going to be ripping out my core muscles, because I need that shit. They're important. As far as like pain and recovery, and I've had a C-section from my first daughter, and I had an appendectomy like the last day. It's funny, like the day after my last day of head and neck radiation, I had an appendectomy because I developed appendicitis. Like we thought, like initially I thought it was like, oh, side effects from radiation. No, you have appendicitis and you need to go to the hospital and have that shit cut out. But the pain I suspect the pain is probably going to be somewhere in between C-section and appendectomy. And I think that's manageable. And they talked about pain management and all this other stuff, and I'm like, I hate those fucking drugs. I really do. Like, I hate them. They're terrible. But sometimes they're necessary, right? Like, sometimes you just have to do them. But that's essentially it. I can't think of anything else right now this week. I'm just preparing myself mentally and preparing my home to be laid up for a long time. My sister is coming into town to help take care of me and help take care of the girls. So, here we go again, right? I hate here we go again. I really hate it. Like, for a long time I was really grateful that this diary and blog was boring. I was happy it was boring. I'd go for like, a week almost. Like, I would only write like once a week. Now I'm back to the daily updates and really talking to you guys quite a bit. It's like at the beginning. I mean, I guess it is another beginning, which is exactly where I didn't really want to be. I was hoping that this week I'd be talking to you about facial reconstruction and a tummy tuck instead of a liver and gallbladder, like, fifth lobe of my liver and gallbladder removal. I wanted to have this be a different conversation. But what we want and what is sometimes doesn't happen. My job right now is just getting myself healthy and taking my body back again. And hopefully, knock on wood, this is the last time I have to deal with this bullshit. So, I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my almost 14-minute long spiel about cancering and surgery and delicious beverages. I'm not excited about this beverage business. But I guess that's what I have to do to keep healing, right? It will drink the yucky drink, or it gets the hose again. Alright, well, it was nice visiting with you guys for a bit. Y'all have a wonderful day. And I love y'all, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.